Hi, I'm Laura Custo, and this is Light the Way, where spirituality meets practicality. Each week, I give you the message from the moon and show you how to use its energy to plan your life and achieve your goals. Integrating spirituality into our lives really can be easy. It's so much better than any other goal setting system out there. It's less stressful, it's less work, it's all flow. Let's dig in. All right. This is the week of Friday, February 28th through Friday, March 7th, 2025. And here is the short and sweet message from the moon. Friday the 28th through Monday, March 3rd, we're in the energy of the Pisces New Moon, which happened on Thursday the 27th. So on Friday the 28th, the moon is still telling us, go within, dream, ponder, and journal about your goals and aspirations. Then on March 1st through the 3rd, the moon begins to show itself again, and we can physically see it. Now the moon is telling us, hey, tell me what you want. Put physical pen to paper and write your intentions down related to the area of life that Pisces oversees. Write your big dreams and big goals for this area of life. All right, then on March 4th, we start moving into the energy of the first quarter moon happening in Gemini on Thursday, March 6th. And now the moon is saying to us, hey, show me what you want. This now will be related to the area of life that Gemini oversees for you. So with both of these, the Pisces New Moon and the Gemini First Quarter, will be focusing on those areas of life that Pisces and Gemini oversee in our charts. If you'd like to know what those areas are for you, head on over to lauracusto.com. Right now, I'm offering a 14-day free trial, so you can check it out. All right, let's dig into the details here a little bit more, okay? So this Pisces new moon, now the energy of Pisces and the energy of the new moon naturally go together really well. At the new moon, the moon is dark to us. The sun's light is shining on the side of the moon that we can't see, so all we see is blackness. Now, that is a signal for us to go dark also. Hence the ritual of going within, dreaming big, and setting intentions on the new moon. And again, specifically, we set intentions on the area of life represented by the sign the moon is in. So this is Pisces. What area of life does Pisces represent for you? Is it your career? Is it your family? Is it yourself and your identity? Or is it your relationships? And then there's 8 other areas of life, right? There's 12. So as a member of Moon Chat, you will be given the area of life for each new moon. How it works is as soon as the energies for each moon phase become active, which I talk about on the videos here, you'll get an email notification telling you what's coming. It'll tell you what area of life is being supported, how you can use that energy to your benefit, and of course it'll tell you what moon phase we're dealing with, right? So go on over to lauracusto.com, sign up and give it a try. All right, so we're going within here on Thursday and Friday. That new moon's the 27th, Friday the 28th. Moon's in Pisces. Now, Pisces is the sign that represents our inner world. It represents our hidden world, even the subconscious. So you can maybe see how well the Pisces energy naturally goes together with the full moon energy. They fold together very naturally. Pisces is very dreamy, and it's energy that's 100% supportive of going within, really letting go of our physical, tangible world and allowing your emotions to take you away. Dreaming big, see how big it can get. Meditate on it. I like to say, get your ego out of the way. What can you do that occupies your sort of ego mind? Sometimes a more intense physical activity will do that. And journal on it, okay? So those 2 days, just get your juices flowing, get some ideas down on paper, get dreamy, get big. Then on March 1st through the 3rd, that would be Saturday through Monday, we'll still be in the energy of this new moon, but now the moon has shifted enough in the sky to where we're starting to see just a little sliver of it. We have that crescent moon. And this is your signal. Now the moon is saying to you, tell me what you want. It's getting physical in the sky. We can see it. And it wants us to take and put physical pen to paper and write our intentions down. Now, when you write intentions, you want to write them down in the present tense as if they've already happened. So again, if this represents your area of career, and let's say you have a goal of launching, say, an online coaching business, the way you would write this intention down is, I have a successful online coaching business. And then maybe you would add some details as to what successful looks like to you. Something like, my services are highly valued and I have a waiting list of 200 people each month, but specific as well as present tense. Now, Moon Chat also gives you guidance videos, go deeper into how to work with each moon phase, because each of the 4 phases has some specific ways of working with it that don't change from moon phase to moon phase. What always changes is the sign that we're in and the area of life we're working with. All right. So a couple of energies that I want you to be aware of now from the 1st through the 3rd as you're approaching this phase of physically writing those intentions. That would be on March 1st, Venus turns retrograde. And everybody's heard the term retrograde, usually associated with Mercury. But now I'll explain a little bit more about Venus. But this retrograde period, I want you to know, it starts March 1st and it's going to last until April 12th. So it's not too long, it's a little over a month. But now, Venus is the planet of love and pleasure. And when it goes retrograde, it's a time to review and rethink those aspects of our lives. And sometimes we will be sort of divinely taken down a path of reviewing and rethinking things that we may not want to go down. It just happens. And so during this time, you can perhaps feel more challenged, or doubts will come up in those areas of life. So in short, it can be a very confusing time for love. It's not a time to make major decisions with respect to love. Just like a Mercury retrograde is not a good time to have a, say, new business opportunity that requires a lot of analysis come across your path and you sign on the dotted line and commit to it. No. So a Venus retrograde is the same thing. If you've maybe been debating some things with your love relationship or something you take pleasure in, again, maybe you take pleasure in running, and now all of a sudden this retrograde comes along and you're having struggles with running. What I would do, and I say this all the time, is when you know more, you can do better. So use this knowledge. This retrograde period is energy. That's the energy that's being projected down here on Earth, as above, so below. So keep this in mind. When I get challenges during a retrograde period that are in that area of life that planet represents, I say things like, oh, wait, no, this is normal. This is probably supposed to be happening. Maybe I don't know the reason for this right now, but hey, if there was ever a time for me to be challenged with respect to my love relationship or things that I love, now would be it. The universe wants me to go through this. And then when that planet starts to make forward motion again, we may find ourselves pass over that topic again and it will get resolved, but in a better way. We'll level up. So use that energy, work through it. I think that when you push it aside and you don't use it, you gloss over these things that you really do need to give attention to. So use the energy. It is a challenge. It could be a challenge. It could be really frustrating, but it's there for you. See it as an opportunity when it comes along. Just take a deep breath, lean into it, and approach it with some curiosity. That would be what I would say. All right, that's March 1st. Then March 2nd, we have Mercury conjunct Neptune. That means that they're coming together in the sky and their energies are merging. So that means Mercury, our communication and analysis, merging energies with Neptune, which Neptune rules Pisces. So it's got that Pisces energy we're just talking about. It's very dreamy. It's also escapism. So it's all in how you use it. Now, both of these planets are also in Pisces still at the time. So wow. Yes, great time is for physically writing down intentions. A great time to sit down and physically write down those intentions. And that energy is going to help you get really dreamy and really big, very Piscean with the Pisces New Moon. Okay, also on Sunday the 2nd, we have the Sun in an angle of tension to Jupiter. Now, this is a propensity to overindulge and think that we are more capable of doing things than we really are. So I would say that Sunday is not a great day to do anything daredevilish or initiate any highly charged conversations. You could find yourself pushing harder than you normally would. Okay. And if there is something that you've been kind of like building up to and maybe a challenge that you've been wanting to take on and you've thought about it, great day to go for it. I think you'll have some extra kind of oomph in yourself there. But as far as anything sort of like haphazardly coming across your path, I would probably just avoid it because it could blow up and turn on into something bigger that you don't want. And again, this is the same day that Mercury is conjunct Neptune. So I really think using this energy to focus more within, rather than having a big conversation with anyone else, would be really smart. Now, the exception would be anybody else who is aware of these energies. I think you could have a really great conversation and keep each other in check, right? All right, then March 3rd, we have Mercury entering Aries. Now, Mercury's been in Pisces since the 14th of February, which it doesn't love, and I've talked about this. As a personal planet, and the personal planets, by the way, are those closer to the sun. So Mercury all the way on out to Mars or so. Personal planets, their energies can really be felt by us individually all the time. So Pisces is our communication and analysis, and since the 14th, of February, it's been a little hard to rein in. It's hard to focus and hard to be productive. It's been great for dreaming, but it's not been great for getting things done. So now it moves into Aries, which is a fire sign, and it's the start of the zodiac, and it also represents the start of spring. Aries is just very assertive, initiating energy. So in short, it's, go time. So if you haven't written your intentions down by Monday the 3rd, I would say use that energy to do that on that day. Okay, then we move into Wednesday the 4th through Friday the 7th. And now we have this approaching first quarter in Gemini. Now there are some aspects happening around this, and I'm going to dig into what they mean and how you can use them with the first quarter, which is all about taking action, right? So on the first quarter, the moon's message is this: show me what you want. Show me. Okay, it's not tell me, that's the new moon. This is show me, okay? So Wednesday the 5th, we have Mercury making a sextile to Pluto. This is a harmonious aspect. It's about deep thinking. Now, we will all feel compelled, a little curious, to look at something a little closer, to get underneath what's happening and what, maybe is undercover, and perhaps understand and talk about what's really going on. It's kind of like if there's an elephant in the room, it's going to be made visible. So if you see one, don't shy away. You're meant to see it, and now's the time to address it, okay? It could be very helpful for this first quarter, right? So that's the next day, the 6th, first quarter in Gemini. And that energy can help you. Think about the intentions, first of all, how to work with this. Think about the intentions that you set on that Gemini new moon, that last Gemini new moon. Now, the date for that is June 6th, 2024. So what were you telling the moon then, right? New moon, tell me what you want. So we want to look back to that date. Did you write intentions down? Were you keeping a new moon journal? Were you a member of Moon Chat? Okay, if you have an intention, there you go. If you didn't, look back and look in your calendar, your emails, your camera roll, maybe even social media. But try to get a sense of, what was your mood and your self-talk. And do this, if you have time to do this, even if you wrote intentions down, I always find it to be super helpful, because those are, again, if you can kind of uncover the mood that you were in or your self-talk, those are the things that you're not necessarily 100% aware of all the time. But you are telling the moon that. You're always telling the moon something, even if you're aware of it or not. And even if you're aware of and you're very intentional about what you're doing, you got other things going on, and you might know what else you're putting out there. So see what that was, okay? Get a sense for that. And also the area of life, right? If you're a Moon Chat member. Now, if you're brewing something big, meaning you're planning a big event or a launch or a big trip, in the area of life that Gemini represents for you, you may want to plan it for the culmination point of this moon family, which is the full moon. And that full moon that's coming up next in Gemini, related to this first quarter, is on June 6th, December 4th, 2025. Sorry about that. So we've got the new moon back on June 6th, 2024. We have this first quarter happening on Thursday, March 6th. And then we have the full moon, December 4th, 2025. So those are the dates you want to kind of be working with here. Okay, so then what do you do? The first quarter, show me what you want. That's what the moon is saying. So what does that mean? It means you show it what you want by committing. This isn't about doing something inside, it's about external. Show me. Go out there and do something. Commit to it. If there's something that you want to move forward, take committed action towards it by doing something external. This can be like registering for a race if you're wanting to run a race, or maybe it's a promotion at work. It can be registering for a class to help get you ready for that promotion. Maybe it's making more money on your investments. So you, again, sign up to take a class or sign on with a financial advisor. Maybe it's, dental health. I had one of those once even. You make an appointment with a dentist, all right? You take committed action, okay? And on the flip side, same coin, if there's something that's gaining momentum that you don't want, the action you take is to stop it. You put an end to it, okay? All right, then on Friday the 7th, we have the sun making a trine to Mars. Now, trines are harmonious. And the sun, this action is so good. Okay, I'm going to get a little excited here. But this is amazing action for taking energy for our own self. Okay, so I don't think that there's another aspect. If you were to just ask me, hey, Laura, what would be a really great aspect of the planets? Any planets, 2 planets, pick 2 planets. What would be a really good aspect? And what would those 2 planets be doing? And what would the 2 planets be? And I would probably say Sun trine Mars. Because on a quarter moon, whether it's the first quarter or the last quarter, we're always taking action, whether it's first quarter building towards our goals, or last quarter, we're kind of clearing away the what's happened and creating space. And so the sun represents ourselves. Mars represents action and assertion. They're harmoniously interacting, which means it's easy for us to take action towards something for the benefit of ourselves. Okay, seriously, does it get any better than this? Okay, so that is Friday. So use it, right? Now you can do better. Okay, so Wednesday, you're going to be maybe looking at things kind of deep. Thursday, we've got the first quarter, kind of get your bearings, figure out what you want to do. And Friday, go out there and take it. And this first quarter energy will go into the next week too. So, okay, so that's the week. And wow, I think this is a really diverse week. We get, at the beginning, all this dreamy, very sort of nebulous energy of the Pisces New Moon to start, but then we evolve. We have that sun squaring Jupiter, helping us, it's a little sort of puffing your chest energy is kind of what that is. Feeling brave, perhaps braver than we should. Then Mercury goes into Aries. Our communication gets a little fiery, and then we look under the covers with that aspect to Pluto. We go deep. And then before we know it, we're taking action towards the end of the week there with that Gemini first quarter. So it's a lot. Just take it day by day. Go with the flow, right? And let this information guide you. That's what it's here for. My hope is that it helps you really stay present, grounded and aware, and then to help you really make decisions that are in alignment with your highest good and what you want. Okay, so I hope this has been helpful. And thank you so much for being here. And if you haven't yet, I would love it if you'd hit the subscribe button and leave a comment or a review. And if something really resonated with you and you think it'd be helpful to others, please share this episode. All right, my mission with Moon Chat is to awaken as many people as possible to the messages and the guidance from the moon. We are being guided, and I'm here to help you listen and reach your goals. So I will see you next week for our next moon phase, which is a full moon, and it's an eclipse. And that will be happening in Virgo. Take care.